Hey there, Virgo Libra. This is Cusp of Beauty Tarot, and this is going to be your mid-February to mid-March relationship reading. And I did shuffle, and I was playing with which layout I was going to use, so I did do a quick layout. I just feel like this is your reading, so I forgive me for not doing the shuffle on camera, but I will explain the layout to you. It's a deep dive on what's going on for your person, how they're experiencing things right now, but it's also analyzing what they're about, what the relationship is about, likelihood of it reconvening, reconciling if you're at all apart or getting stronger, and so on. And I'll tell you the placement of the cards as I go. So anyway, after I was done the bottom of the deck energy for Virgo Libra, which I had to keep because, again, I feel this is a whole very appropriate reading, is the Lovers. So this is definitely a very important relationship for both of you. I definitely feel like whether it was past or present, there's a deep connection here. So let's see what's going to happen. This first card in the middle here is the who your person is now. And it is characterized by temperance. So what's happening right now with your person is they're basically trying to maintain some balance in their life. They may be in a chaotic time, and what they're really all about is creating harmony. I do believe that they're also probably very focused on I just sort of kind of making the best of their situation. I'm not saying that their situation is a negative one, but that they're trying to just kind of make the best of what could be an overwhelming, challenging, or what could have been an out of balance time. They're very focused on harmony and balancing it out and making the best of their situation. And that's a major energy. So it's not just a fleeting day or two thing. Like that could be what their life is about right now. So this card here is the strengths of your person, and we have the Six of Swords. So this is the Tarot de Cristal. I'll put that in the description box. But as a strength for your person, just overall, the Six of Swords would say, again, it's very in alignment with their making the best of a situation, trying to reharmonize, balance out. The Six of Swords is definitely it's a strength that they have, moving into calmer waters, balancing things out, knowing themselves well enough to know what creates balance for them and when they've tipped the scales. I'm not saying this person you're thinking about won't be one that could tip the scales. They certainly could be, but they also have a knack for, getting their blinders on and following the course to be calmer, balance out things when they feel like they're tipping the scales. A weakness, now this makes sense, the weakness on the part of the person being the Ace of Wands, this wouldn't even seem like a weakness for most people. It's initiating passion, initiating an energetic pursuit, beginning a project, being able to spark inspiration in oneself and in others. That's definitely a characteristic of this person. They have the ability to spark things in themselves, come at things passionately. Why is it a negative or weakness for this person is that maybe sometimes they lead with their passion and they don't balance themselves out as easily. They might get carried away, and it's not that they don't have a logical side. I have a sense they definitely do. It's just that, the Ace of Wands is a beginning energy. Maybe they have a tendency sometimes to just go off on ideas, visions, projects, and maybe not think them through, or maybe have too many irons in the fire. So they have a tendency to start passionate projects. Maybe they even are somebody that has a leadership or entrepreneurial spirit in them. So they're good at leading others to inspiration. But it could go over the top for them sometimes if they're not focused or if they don't complete things. This is in the spot of how they're feeling about you. And we have another ace. And this time it's the Ace of Swords. So how your person is feeling toward you is definitely could be the desire to initiate a conversation. For some people, it could be that this person is wanting to find out and get to the heart of a matter. I'm really noticing that in this particular image in this tarot, the sword is piercing the crab. So if this person has a tendency to be clammed up or hold their emotions back, they might be holding a new energy currently that says they're willing to go there to some degree. They're willing to kind of pierce the shell. They may be even toward you willing to hear what you have to say, where in the past they may not have been. They may not have been wanting to go there, but this would say that they're kind of expressing energy that they could be willing to go there. Now, in the spot of what you're feeling towards them, there is the the Eight of Pentacles. So you probably feel like this could be something worth looking seriously at in terms of, is it going to be something I want to work on? You have the openness right now to consider if it's something you want to do any work toward. It's not to say you're going to end up with that, and we're going to play that out as the reading goes on. But there's definitely a signal here that you're remaining kind of open to the idea of working on this. Now, what is the probability that you will get back together if you're apart, or that you will move forward together? Well, we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands would say that there is a victory here. There's some success or victory here. So it's not really speaking to the nature entirely of this moving forward or getting back together, but just the gut yes, no kind of answer to that would be a yes. That there's a probability, there's a decent probability that there could be some success if the goal is to reconnect or form something together. Okay, so what were the strengths when you were last with this person as part of the relationship? The Magician. So there was definitely an attraction. We do see the infinity symbol over his head. So again, with lovers being at the bottom of this deck, this is an important relationship. Not to be ignoring the fact that right under the lovers on the bottom of the deck was the Three of Swords, which, there could have been definitely some loss or heartbreak associated with this. Learning though, because the Hierophant was under that as well. But so back to this strengths when you were in it, there was an attraction, there was the ability to create something together, there was the ability to, I feel, ping pong off of each other, like there was good conversation. If you have a mercurial energy in your chart and they were an air sign, maybe you have air in your chart, there's definitely an ability to ping pong ideas off of each other. Conversation was quick and easy, maybe even sometimes witty, funny, charismatic. The Magician has that sort of energy amid all his interactions and his or her interactions. It's not gender specific. So the positives when you were connected to this person was definitely conversation and attraction. What were the weaknesses when you were together? The Six of Discs. So that's traditionally the give and take, who's giving, who's receiving. So the weakness might have been that there was definitely not an even give or take, that there was an imbalance. Somebody was giving more than the other, and that might have definitely been a sore spot for this connection, that there could have been more than one person that this person was giving to, or that you had to give to, or even the two of you. But I'm really feeling like it's really the weakness was definitely a lack of reciprocity and a feeling that what you were investing, feeling like it was you, but the feeling that most likely what you were investing in the situation, time, effort, maybe emotion, was not as reciprocated. And we did say this person could start things, not finish them, maybe had a certain passion about them. And also the Magician, the Magician can sometimes wear masks. So the flip side of the Magician is it everything it appears to be? And maybe there was a nice romantic or chemistry sort of a feeling with this connection, but at the end game, was there enough equal give and take to make this endure or make it feel good? I don't know. So what were the blocks, or what are the blocks to a possible reconciliation with this person? The Emperor. So that would say to me, one or both of you, somebody in this connection is definitely a bit into control and power and may want to put up really, really good boundaries, or even in some cases, the lack of boundaries could be the downfall of this reuniting. But this is what is the obstacle in terms of your getting back together. And I think the obstacle would be, you probably can't pierce, you might not be able to pierce the wall around an emperor. Emperors just kind of get the business done, have a lot on their plate, may not be as willing to go toward that not that they're not caring, not that they could be great partners, but if it's as an obstacle, and I'm reading these all upright, but just their placement, it would be definitely the situation that the emperor could be putting up walls to the emotional side, wanting more control. Emperors, obviously want things their way. So again, it might not be the kind of give and take that, one would be looking for things to be successful. Unfortunately, this would be a challenge. If somebody's trying to do more control and more, severe boundaries in the situation. So this is in the spot of what's the overall analysis of this person right now. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. So you're feeling Eight of Pentacles toward them, like you might be willing to work on something. And the overall analysis of where they're at right now is, as a person, not even where they're at right now, is they do scrutinize things carefully. They're planting seeds for their future. They're looking at what they want to invest and build on. The Seven of Pentacles is typically that farmer who's, looking at his plantings, looking at his tree. And I think that that's the analysis of this person. They're really, again, taking on the stance of the Emperor. They've got things on their plate. They've got goals, things to do, and they're going to look at things very carefully. They're not whimsical about this. They're not spontaneous. They are calculating as a person, is what I feel. And practical. So if they came back, what would be the overall outcome? Well, the Two of Cups. So the overall outcome, if they came back, would be the Two of Cups. So there is still, meeting of the minds here, a synchronistic and deep down love connection. I mean, I can't say it any other way. The Lovers is at the bottom, so it could be that there's an important decision that's going to come out of this. But if you have the Lovers and the potential outcome here being the Two of Cups, can't read this any other way except to say this could be a really important connection. Could be, karmic, not karmic in the sense that people think of when they think of tarot readings. Let's just say there's a soul tie to this person. Is your business done yet? Not sure. So, and if they did come back or you had that chance, this is the what should you do? And it's the Knave of Chalices. So it would say that you would want to be in your emotions about this, that you could offer emotions. The Knave is the Knight. And in this case, no, I take that back. Is it the Knight? No, in this case, it's the Page. The Page of Chalices would be offering forgiveness, kindness, unconditional support, love, lightness, maybe flirtiness. So yeah, I mean, it would say that you shouldn't close the door. Just double checking myself on my other knaves here. I just want to make sure I'm giving you the right reading. It's the Page. is in this tarot de cristal, there's knights, but the cups, I mean the pages are knaves, and they bring messages. And if this person came back around, this would be saying that you could not be too worried about offering at least some version of your true emotions. I feel for some of you this has been a long time apart, and if it's been a long time apart and the person's putting up a bit of an emperor, despite the fact that this is a really important connection, I think you're going to use care. I don't think you're just going to come out of the gate blurting emotions. I really don't think that's what you're about. You know, the reason you're even asking here is because, you know, you have your doubts. So, I mean, a light, you know, offer of connection, something keeping it light, I think is going to be appropriate for this person, because I think they would probably run anyway if it was something too heavy. So let's just clarify a little bit for you, Virgo Libra. I'm going to use just the Centennial Rider Waite, and let's clarify, what is it about that your person is in the current, who they are now is Temperance and wanting balance. Yeah, they're really, they're into the spirit of what's going to make them happy. They're in the spirit of, you know, not wanting drama. They want positive emotions, but they don't want drama, is what I'm feeling. What is the nature of the sword? One singular Ace of Swords toward you. Is it communication? Is it piercing the shell like this crab? What is the Ace of Swords energy toward you, Virgo Libra? So there's a curiosity. I think they're trying to see, you know, what is possible here. You know, what is on the horizon. There's an explorer energy with the Ace of Swords, and I think there's an explorer energy with how they feel about you. You know, some people would say, oh, they're turning the back to the person with the Three of Wands. I don't think so. I think they're looking at their options. They're looking at where to invest their energy. Excuse me. Let's see. Why do you feel the Eight of Pentacles toward them? You think there could be a victory. You do think there could be a victory. And it's definitely right next to the probability of you getting back together being a Six of Wands. You feel that way too. That deep down you feel like, you know what, enough time has passed. Maybe you would have a new perspective. Why do you feel the Six of Wands? You know, you've come a long way with Seven of Wands. You're willing to protect where you've come from. And if you're coming from a mature standpoint, maybe there's a chance you won't slip into old patterns. So that makes the likelihood of success even greater. What was the deal with the reciprocity? Why when you were together, there just wasn't an equal give and take? Why was that a weakness when you were together? Oh, the Five of Swords. So there was definitely, you know, sometimes you were not on the same page. Sometimes there was arguments. Sometimes there was things that shortcut the ability to give because there was some kind of disagreements, not being on the same page, power or, you know, control issues got in the way of a flow of even give and take. So yeah, that got in the way. But the plus when you were together was the Magician, which we said could have been about chemistry, the ability to create and communicate. So yeah, there was definitely a meeting of the minds with the Queen of Swords, the ability to come in, say what you feel, cut to the chase, see through things. I mean, I think in a positive sense, the Queen of Swords has the ability to not linger in the bullshit, to really say what she sees. So I think there was the ability to, you know, communicate together. I think that was a real strength. I want to see what this Emperor is about. Tell me more about this Emperor as a potential block to reconciling your differences. King of Wands. Yeah, another kind of control-oriented. I mean, a king's always going to want to be in control. But as a block, this person may have a lot on their plate. They may They definitely want to be in control. They want to pursue their passions. They don't want to be held back. They have, they got the kingdom to rule here as a king. They have people to see, places to go. Um, so potentially could be an obstacle that the person has a lot of people that, when you think of the nature of people, kings entertaining their court, people come see them all the time. They've got people to take on, and that could be a block that, yes, strong as this person is occupied with other things and has responsibilities that could get in the way. The responsibilities could be a family. They might be somebody who's already married. They might be somebody who has obligations to a partner and kids. I asked specifically, why would the Emperor, King of Wands, be an obstacle? And I got the family card. So for some of you, that's going to resonate. But the Two of Cups is an overall outcome if you reconnect or get back together. But would it be to stay together, or would it be to reconcile things and learn the lessons? I feel what this is telling me very strongly is for some of you that are thinking about reconnecting, or that you might reconnect with this Lovers, Two of Cups energy, is that the universe is saying you may not be done learning your lessons yet, and that it would be, see, there's no wrong answer here. If you reconnect, even if it has its challenges, what it's saying is you'd still be learning something here, that you still have some kind of soul contract that might not be completely fulfilled. And the overall analysis of them as a person being the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so they're very into their projects, starting things. Their reality is in the material. So I mentioned that they're practical. They're really assessing where they put their time and energy. They're looking at their growth and, who's the best person to take their pentacle? Where's the best place to invest that energy? So this pop too, same energy, Knight of Pentacles. They're definitely pursuing their goals. Yeah, they're definitely pursuing their goals. And that's the analysis of the person you're thinking about is very goal driven. Could be very materially driven by their career. What's the next, rung in their career situation? And so if it did start to reconnect, what should you do? This was like sticking to my fingers, the Three of Pentacles on top of the Page of Cups. So not only should you maybe consider a light, emotional reconnect, but, make it around building together, learning, could be work, project. Keep it balanced and not overly emotional, I think, is the right way to go. And, maybe there is a bit of a new beginning. Don't be a fool about it, but there could be a nice new beginning to think about this without some of the old baggage. I think what I'm feeling is that you probably have grown, and there's an ability to offer connection, but doing it without going over the top, emotionally, balancing it with logic and the proper boundaries. I also got Four of Pentacles there. So this bodes well for possibly a reconnection. It does have a caution point that what could get in the way is this person's work, their family, their drive. Overall, this is an important connection. So if you do reignite something, it's Two of Cups. It's Lovers, Two of Cups. It's maybe not done yet. For some of you, it's done. You're going to be shaking your head at me saying, oh my God, no, it's done. But for those of you that do end up dipping the toe in, there's probably more to learn here. So wish you well with it. So let me know how it goes, and let me know how this resonated. Please do. And we will hopefully see you again soon. Take good care.